Good morning, my lovelies, and what a stunning day. Oh gosh, what a stunningly bad hair day by the look of it. Gosh, it's warm. Let's get the sunroof open. Okay, here we go. Let's get Monday underway. Gosh, it's warm.
The YouTube channel's not any good, but he's a nice guy. Sorry, Mr. Boaty.
To make YouTube videos with...
Oh. You had me at YouTube videos. Let's go, Boaty.
Here we go. Right, I am in Windsor Davis, the Rover 623 GSI. And I am taking it to Captain Mustard at the Yard of Greens, and I've got no idea how I'm going to get home. As I mentioned the other day, the battery that's been fitted to Windsor here is way too small. Way too small. He only just started this morning. Now obviously he's been sitting for a few days, but the reality is the CCA on that battery is just going to be too low for an engine of this size, so that'll be something we can attend to. At least he started, that's the main thing. And I'm reminded again just how fantastic this car is to drive. I'm really going to enjoy this journey, and I hope you do too. Oh, there's a Rover 75 in front, sporting a roof box. And it's in the correct colour. I presume it's a tourist. If it was a local car, I'd know it. Isn't this beautiful? I'm going to need to stop at Carver and get some go-go juice. Oh, that can only go well. Oh, he's in. Fair play. Going so well for me though. Oh, I've forgotten which side my thing is. Oh, so there was a Rover 75 on the way here, and now there's a very nice looking pre-facelift green Rover 45 just up ahead of us. Oh, and it's going the same way, so might catch up with that. Oh, this is coming on, isn't it? And it's looking less awful than it was. You're a pain in the arse, you big green bastard. Mr. Green Rover 45 has got his lights on. Why have you got your lights on, Mr. Green Rover 45 pre-facelift? It's pretty much the sunniest day of the year. And yet, your lights are on. Here we go, here comes another nice bit. Well, this is glorious. I am feeling very happy. Happiness is a day like today and the Rover 623 GSI. Ah, this chap's turning off. With a bit of luck, I can get up close behind the Rover 45 and we can convoy a 45 and a 623. Here we go. Let's catch him up. Let's give Windsor Davis the beans. Oh, oh, here we go. That's fun. Does look a nice one, doesn't it? Cherished registration, pre-facelift. Can't tell what model it is, except that it is a saloon, isn't it? Yeah, of course it's a saloon. What are you talking about, you silly man? The saloon is so much better looking than the hatchback. Of course, when it comes to 45s, they, as I think most people know by now, they were based on a little-known Honda model called the Damani, and Honda only wanted that as a 5-door hatchback. But Rover made a saloon version of the Rover equivalent, and it just looks so much better. And that one's got a GB sticker on it. Now, when I was a kid, if you see a car with a GB sticker on it, that was something amazing. It meant it had been abroad, and that was incredibly exciting because obviously you've never been abroad, and even to see somebody that's been abroad was a big thing. The idea of actually going abroad yourself, of course, was just an impossible dream. See, the problem with it, oh, it's got parking sensors. The problem with this now, well, it's not a problem, it's kind of a cool thing. I want to know who is in that Rover 45. I want to know where they've come from and where they're going. When Lisa and I used to be on road trips, we would always invent our own stories for all of the cars that we saw. Anybody coming the other way who's got an interest in cars would see a Rover 45 and a Rover 600 together and assume that we're connected somehow, travelling in convoy. And of course it's just sheer coincidence. Would it not have been amazing if that Rover 75 had ended up with us as well? Because I drive them, I probably, and you know, my friends do, and I see them all the time, I probably don't realise what a rare sight they are. I mean, a week ago today, when Mustard and I went on our epic adventure to collect this fine chap, we only saw one of the Rover the whole day. That's rare. Here we go, prepare for a nice bit. brake nice and early because my brakes aren't the George best. Oh, I hate those. Just noticed that 45 has got those door protector things. I don't like them. I think they look awful and they invariably end up leaving marks on the paintwork which are exceptionally difficult to remove. Do you know what? I am missing that Jag from yesterday. Bernard said to me last night, so when are you going to buy one? Jag. Good. I really did love it. And I said, it's 71,000 quid, not anytime soon. And she said, you never know. You never know where this channel's going to end up. And I thought, oh, that's quite a cool thought, quite a sweet thought. But then I thought, wait, if the channel ever did get big enough so that I could afford a new Jaguar I-Pace, then I'd be big enough that I could just blag one on long-term loan from Jaguar themselves. I wouldn't actually need to buy one. Right, we're coming towards Chapel, so I suppose there's a fair chance that we're going to be saying goodbye to Mr. Rover 45 somewhere around here. Oh, that looks a nice thing to be in today. XK8 drophead. Does look a nice one, doesn't it? Oldham. Driven by a bespectacled gentleman. I do like a bespectacled gentleman. They're very reassuring, aren't they? They make good headmasters. And I wonder where the bespectacled gentleman in his Rover 45 is going. Where do you think he's going? Let me know in the comments below. Or are you the bespectacled gentleman in the Rover 45? Or do you know them? That'd be so cool. You know, fairly unlikely that one of the 12 people who view whatever video this ends up being happens to be the bespectacled gentleman in the Rover 45 or a friend or relative thereof. I like this little bit of road here as we just open up and there are hills coming out. It looks very Welsh to me. Mr. Rover 45 has stayed in the right-hand lane, so I guess he's heading on towards Stockport. Yeah, there he goes. Have a nice day, Mr. Rover 45. You lovely bespectacled gentleman, you. Ooh. And we will go this way. Now, I used to have a Honda 3-litre coupe in my life. It was in my life for quite a long time, actually. Originally, I bought it for my mother, and she used it for, for a long while. And when she eventually got bored with it and wanted something else, it went to Maggie, went to Mrs. Boaty. And she had it as her winter car. Black Betty, the MGF Roadster, was her summer car. So yeah, I was around that car a heck of a lot, and I've just been reminded of how really incredibly low geared the steering is, and the same is true on this 600. So I wonder if it's the same rack. You know, to make the car turn, as in anything other than just a gentle little turn, you really do need to flail away at the steering wheel. I mean, you can't see, but I'm turning right now. Yeah, that was a full 360 degree turn of the wheel to do a 90 degree right, and that is unusually low geared. That was a lovely car, that 3-litre coupe, fabulous thing. Came to a sad end. It got written off when Mrs. Boaty's lovely bottom was in the driver's seat, along with many other cars. You think you've lost a lot of cars to rust or head gasket failure or something? The majority of my lost cars were down to the artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty. She, bless her, she was a bit of a car killer. One of my favourite cars ever, a very flash import version of a Lexus RX. I think it was called a Harrier, can't quite remember, but I was ever so fond of that car. And the artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty managed to blow that up by stonking down the motorway at highly illegal speeds in third gear, because she didn't understand how that gearbox worked. She didn't understand about flappy paddles, and she certainly didn't understand how to look at a dashboard and understand a rev counter or an automatic gear telltale indicator. She just drove that car at over maximum revs until literally the engine and gearbox exploded. Ladies and gentlemen, your sympathy please for the Freelander of broken dreams that appears to have had a load of crap shoved into it. Talk about adding insult to injury. I'm very fond of this little bit of road as well, again and again, because it seems Welsh, and it's another year so far where I haven't gone home. Good morning and welcome to Going Very Slowly in a Motorcar. the car, no return. Oh dear, 40. Why? What's going on this motorway? Look, Joe, it's our special place. ZT. Nice one as well. It's obviously not going to the yard.
Boats would like to express his heartfelt appreciation to his amazing channel members. Alan Searle, Rosé Chicks, Typhoon Cat, Dinosaur Dad, Car Crazy Norwegian, Tricia Alderman, Neil Gibbon, Classic Wheels Wall, John Moruzzi, Chef Daniel, Kevin Craven, Mark Pea, Chaz Brown, Frank G05, Richard Mahon, Black Lines, General Cheeseburger, Joe Cox, Ashley Stewart, Skik, Sons Vintage, Smashing Piston, Bravard Tina, Ali Mac Mechanical, Julie, Project Nigel, The Guardian of Forever, Marc Persad, Carwiz JC, Sainte QLG, Arma, Robert Jog, That Guy from SETI Alpha 5, Pingu Concorde, Everything Car, The Greenwood and Ducton Classics. Your support means the world to him, you're all fucking legends and he thanks you from the heart of his bottom. Thanks also to everyone who supported the channel in other ways with super thanks or just by watching the videos and leaving your knob alone when the advert come on. See you on the next video. Oh, and I'm not wearing any panties.
Horse!